She's the mysterious final diamond we meet in the series, and is the supreme ruler of the gem race. It's time to talk about the oldest and most powerful diamond in the verse. Let's go through who she is, her powers, and what actual diamonds are like to see if they factored into her conception. What's up, guys? I'm Kris Carr, and today I'm talking to you about White Diamond from Steven Universe. Before we dive in, I want to thank everyone donating to our Patreon. If you want to help us out, see if any of our donation tiers work for you. We'll thank you with shout-outs, swag, and more. If you'd rather just buy stuff, go on and treat yourself and follow the link in our bio to TeePublic. They have all the Steven Universe shirts you could dream of. On to White Diamond.
What do you mean, who? White.
White Diamond?
What?
We first meet White Diamond in the episode Legs from Here to Homeworld. Voiced by Christine Ebersole, White Diamond is the head honcho of the Great Diamond Authority, the presiding power that rules the entire gem race. White is the supreme leader Snoke of the gem world, having more power than even her fellow diamonds.
White Diamond isn't like us. She isn't even like them. You have no idea what she's capable of.
I just want to talk.
White is convinced she's superior to all other gems. In the episode Change Your Mind, she even says at one point that she's supposed to be better and make everything better. A concept that has obviously gotten out of hand and led to a lot of bloodshed, or gem shed, on and off Homeworld. White has imposed a strict system of hierarchies and castes within the Homeworld Empire, which she has her fellow diamonds enforce.
You don't have to do this. Yes, I do. This is what White Diamond expects of all of us. We all must make sacrifices.
White Diamond even looks more powerful and imposing, towering over the other diamonds. Her appearance is literally blinding as she radiates bright light. With her alabaster skin, spiky white hair, and those crazy eyelash extensions and black fingernails, girl looks like an evil lady boss. White has an incredibly short fuse and needs a while to cool down. She's dismissive, short, and downright rude. Take, for example, how she constantly interrupts Steven when he tries to talk to her, and then just sends him away without any warning once she's finished with that conversation. On top of that, she's pretty condescending. Just look at the way she speaks about the rebellion.
As for this latest little game of yours, thank the stars it's over. Did you have fun? Did you get everything out of your system? Good.
She feels like the whole affair is beneath her, often calling the whole ordeal one of Pink's games, that Pink needed to get it out of their system. We learn from Yellow Diamond that White never leaves her ship, so maybe that's why this Supreme Leader is so out of touch with the happenings of Homeworld and its inhabitants. According to Blue, White has little to no sense of humor, like how she got mad at Pink when she named a batch of pyrite Fool's Gold. That being said, White also shared the same soft spot for Pink that Blue and Yellow had. In Change Your Mind, we see White's arrogance and perfectionism on full display as she uses mind control to forcefully remove the flaws of the gems around her. White claimed that she had perfected these gems. White has high, strict expectations for how gems should behave.
Do you understand why you defend their flaws? I know why, Pink. You like surrounding yourself with inferior gems.
This staunch standard even leads Yellow, who is tough as nails, to say that the pressure of those standards could crack a gem. White pushes and pushes for all this perfection from all until she finally becomes emotional when dealing with Steven, and we learn that she feels that emotions are flaws.
This can't be happening. I can't have a flaw. I'm supposed to be flawless. If I'm not perfect, then who am I?
And this brings me to a very interesting fear. Adalah, the fear of not being good enough. Well, actually, let's break that down. Adalah is composed of two Greek words. Phobia, which we all know means fear, while Adalah means imperfect. So the literal translation is fear of imperfection. Those who suffer from this fear often become depressed or anxious when their expectations do not match the realities.
Just let everyone be whoever they are. Maybe you could let yourself be whoever you are too.
But I'm not supposed to be like this. I'm supposed to know better.
They'll constantly worry about if they're doing the right thing. These people make perfection their goal in all aspects of their lives, which is unreasonable and sets them up for failure. This leads them to feeling ineffective in their own lives, and occasionally lashing out at others. Left untreated, the passage of time only strengthens their belief in the need for perfection. White obsessed with her ability to maintain perfection and became so fixated on it that she becomes reclusive and basically hides in her ship as she rules over the universe.
White hasn't left Homeworld in eons.
Then we're going to Homeworld.
Another thing people bring up a lot when it comes to White is if she's a narcissist. Narcissism really is an overused word, especially in our post-selfie celeb worship culture. So let's talk about it in psychological terms. Narcissism does not mean self-love or simply being full of oneself or cocky. It's more accurate to say that people with narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD, are in love with an idealized, grandiose image of themselves. They like this inflated self-image because it allows them to avoid deep feelings of inadequacy and insecurity.
I'm supposed to be better. I'm supposed to make everything better.
You can. But first, you're gonna have to leave your own head.
NPD involves a pattern of self-centered, arrogant behavior and thinking, a lack of empathy, and a massive need to be admired and praised. Those with NPD are extremely resistant to changing their behavior. They have a knack for blaming others, will overreact to the slightest criticism or disagreement, and view those things as personal attacks. Those in the narcissist's life, like friends, family, and coworkers, will often further enable their behavior by just going along with their demands in order to appease them and avoid their rage.
We'll be lucky if she ever speaks to us again after this.
But
The thing is, White can be difficult.
So, I think it's safe to say our diamond definitely displays this type of fear and this type of behavior. Now, obviously, y'all, I'm no psychologist, so if anyone watching is some sort of behavioral therapist, we would love to hear from you on White's mental and emotional state. As with other diamonds, White's personality and powers, which we'll get to in a sec, are thought to represent mental abuse, as she's had a tendency to manipulate those around her, making them feel wrong or guilty. I'm really happy that all of our diamonds have proven to be so dynamic. They aren't simply evil characters. There's a lot of pain and pressure there that shaped who they are. And it's going to be really interesting to see how they change in Steven Universe future.
Good luck. White never leaves her own head these days, and she never lets anyone in. Except you, I guess.
Let's move on to those powers. Once again, we have a diamond with standard gem abilities. But as a diamond, her abilities are greater. She's stronger, faster, and more durable. She's even more powerful than the other diamonds. She too can project her aura to attack those around her or protect herself. Her most powerful ability, we already briefly touched on, is mind control. White zaps gems right in the gemstone and is able to remove their color and control that gem.
Oh, thank you. How generous of you. Thank you, White Diamond. We feel so much better now. I feel excellent.
While under White's control, the other gem will mimic her movements and speech patterns. Her own emotional state may be transferred as well, as we see when her blush spreads to all the gems she had under her control. While under her control, White can bestow powers upon these gems. Once a gem is released from White's control, they have no memory of what they did while they were possessed by White. White obviously was the mastermind behind the attack meant to destroy the crystal gems, but instead led to the light that corrupted gems on Earth caught in its path. With the help of the other diamonds, White can reverse the effects of the corrupting light on gems. Now let's talk about actual diamonds. White's obsession with perfection and social status makes a lot of sense. Inclusions in gems, or flaws, typically make a gem less valuable. The clearer and more white the diamond, the more value it holds.
Yellow, blue. She's off color.
Diamonds are naturally occurring minerals that are composed of carbon. Each carbon atom in a diamond is surrounded by 4 other carbon atoms, connected by strong covalent bonds, the strongest type of chemical bond. This is why diamonds are the hardest known natural substance. They're also chemically resistant and have the highest thermal conductivity of any natural material. Again, this makes sense. The diamonds, particularly White Diamond, are super strong and durable. She's also pretty emotionally hard as well. The preferred engagement gem, thanks to jewelers pushing their value and rareness, White diamonds represent everlasting love and purity, with many believing that diamonds can purify a person's energy and attitude. This stone is said to attract strength, power, and increased feelings of self-respect. We definitely see purity come into play with White's whole identity, and I think we can argue that she definitely does feel love. Her perception on how to love was just a little warped there for a while. Of course, there's a lot to unpack when it comes to White Diamond. I want to know what you guys think about this character. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Big thanks again to everyone pitching in on Patreon, buying stuff from TeePublic, and all y'all who just came and tuned in. For more Steven Universe videos, you can click to the left. Thanks for watching. See you, Space Cowboy.